Lights are up. And we will wait for these guys to get the green flag here at Phillip Island. Green flag is out in the air, and everybody's seeming to get a great start. Oh, we got a little bit of troubles back here. 4 wide in the back, as now we're going back to the front. James Pearce getting a terrible start here. Steven Ritters to the point, with Drew Hopkins now battling James Pearce going into turn 2.
Into turn 2, look at the start by Hopkins. He gets by James Pearce. Now here comes Whiting to the inside. Whiting's moving up. Oh, Hopkins is off the track. Oh, big news here is now you see Whiting move up to P2. James Pearce gonna follow him in here to P3.
Now coming into this hairpin real slow, Jordan Whiting is gonna have to get all the way back there. We got a little bit of wreck happening in the back. Look at this, Richard Swindell, Jeff Wubker, and I think that was Nick Pressey. It is Nick Pressey missing a front wing there now. Lots of damage to these guys as they're gonna have to come down pit road and get that fixed. But going back up to the front, Steven Ritters now has opened up almost a 1.5 lead to second place of James Pearce, who started on pole tonight, now coming through this really slow hairpin once again, and a caution comes out as he goes side by side with Whiting there. Just gets loose, grabs a little bit of grass there. Oh, makes contact with that inner berm there. Loses a front wing. Go. And it looks like we are going green flag. Steven Ritters now, green flag out in the air. That's a little bit different. We saw lights on the pace car, but we're going green flag anyways, as now they come into turn 1. James Pearce chasing Steven Ritters now, and he's closing that gap just a little bit here. He dives it on deep into turn 2. Look how much ground he has made up here. Coming off of turn 2 now, coming down one of the back straightaways, as now he's losing a little bit of time to Steven, but Jordan Whiting hot on the tail of James Pearce.
Yeah, James Pearce super aggressive on the brakes. That's his advantage, is getting heavy on the brakes into these braking zones. As here we are in a turn 4. This is where he made up a lot of time last time by. He's going to try and stay even here with Ritters off of turn 4, headed for turn 5. We got a little bit of lap traffic up here in front of these boys. Could this come into play here, as Ritters is so good through these sweeping corners, carrying the momentum off the corner, but James Pearce still hounding him. Here he goes, he's got to run. Maybe looking to the outside here as we head for turn 9. This is going to be side-by-side action here as Ritters is to the outside. Here comes James Pearce.
Now down to the hairpin. The 99 gives up that position to James Pearce, and now James Pearce leading this race. That's Stephen Downton in the 09. James Pearce trying to grab that draft from the 09. Now going down into turn 1. The 1 car going to try to look to the inside of Steven. Whoa! They made contact there. Stephen Downton's around, but the 1 car continues to go by. Stephen Downton in the middle of the grass. Rear wing is broken. He locks up. Here comes Kevin Whalen to the inside, trying to make something happen. Can't make it happen. Oh, he's coming back to the inside. A side-by-side battle now for P4.
Yeah, side-by-side action there, but it looks like Travis Smith still holding on with these primary tires. Whalen has got to be thinking, I got to get by this guy as quick as I can. He can go longer than I can on this stint, and I am abusing my tires. It's Takeshi Kita right to the rear bumper of Whalen. Oh, is he sideways? Does he save it? No! There goes Takesha. Oh, no! LT makes contact. Oh, no! Major contact. Is now Swindell's going to go by.
Hopkins looking all over the rear bumper of the 42 now. He's going to look to the outside, to the inside. No, he's not going to be able to do it. In the last corner, though, he's going to get a huge draft off of the 42 down the front straightaway. Let's see what he takes with it here. He's to the rear bumper. He's making a move to the inside now. Going to go into turn 1 in the preferred lane to Drew Hopkins as he goes to the inside. The 42 is going to fight back just a little bit, but relents the position. Drew Hopkins now in a top 5 position. Coming through turn 1. Look, he might make a move here to the inside. No, the 69 goes on a little bit of a defensive there, and the 15 thinks better of it. Drew Hopkins still stuck behind Travis Smith. Oh, he's real loose.
Oh, a little bit of tire spin there by the 69 of Travis Smith, but here comes Hopkins. Is he close enough to make a launch here into turn 4? Into the hairpin to the outside. He's going to have inside leverage here. He's going to take it to the fight to Travis Smith. But Travis Smith is still hanging it on his door there. He's not going to be able to make it happen. Here comes Hopkins. He's going to make that pass up to P4.
Travis Smith, though, he's going to have those really soft, really fast alternate tires. He's going to be able to take the fight to Jeff Wubker and try to get that position back pretty quick, but here comes Swindell. Swindell to the inside of Travis Smith. He's actually going to take P6 away. So Travis Smith now back down to P7.
Yeah, this is the most difficult stint of this race, in my opinion. Trying to get this tire length. Oh, Steven's around. Oh, no, the way for Hopkins. Oh, he came back. He's so fortunate there. Unbelievable. Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job. I'm really impressed, too, by Takeshi Kita. Had that incident, lost his rear wing, and he's recovered pretty well, honestly, back to a P9 position. Really hounding Waylon. We got a little bit of lap traffic here in front, though. This could cause trouble here for Waylon, as he's doing a masterful job holding back these alternates with these primaries. Here through this big sweeper turn here. Let's see. Off of turn 12. Can Takeshi get a run? Here it comes. Takeshi does have a run. He's going to go to the outside of Waylon. We're 3 wide across the front shed. Here comes Takeshi Kia. Wheeling into turn 1. Takeshi's going to try and make it happen on the outside. Oh, near contact. But Waylon's going to hold strong as we head for turn 2.
Takeshi not being able to do much here. He is actually losing a bit of time to Kevin. 0.6 of a second splits these two guys. As, whoa, big issues here for Kevin Waylon. He's off track. Look at this.
No.
Let's try to get a good view here. Maybe he caught a little bit of grass. He did. Maybe loss of concentration there just for a split second and finds himself in the grass.
Whiting by 4 seconds and then another 24 seconds.
Whoa, big wreck.
Whiting's wrecking. Oh my goodness. Aerial astronaut NASA certification for Jordan Whiting. He's still rolling. The wreck that never ends. It's like Talladega Nights. Where's the Applebee's commercial? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Going into turn 1, the 7 car may not have realized that the 24 was there, made a big bunch of contact there. As you can see, the 24 torpedo himself. As you can see, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky,
in the air,
ground.
Through the air right now. This ain't good. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Holy cow.
Aren't you supposed to let go of the steering wheel as a race car driver?
No, he's still wheeling it, man. He can save this race car, man. We're gonna continue on here. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Still going for it. Here, we'll just. That was wild. And now, as they're coming down the front straightaway, look at this. Takeshi looking to make a pass here into turn 1.
Here comes Takeshi Kita to the inside of Javon. This could be a pretty easy overtake as Javon gives him a ton of respect. Wow, Takeshi's been so fun to watch here tonight, making bold moves. And he does another one here on Javon Thompson. takes over that P8 position.
James Pearce, though, keeping it on the racetrack for now as he's coming through turns 3 and into turn 4. Hairpin 2. Here comes Kevin Waylon. Look at that dive bomb. Oh, wow.
Oh.
He's going to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. Here it comes. James Pearce with the crossover move. What a move by the one truck. Oh, the 42's off. Kevin Waylon. That's number 15 machine. Let's see what happens. Oh, he caught the grass. Nowhere to go. He locks it all up. Tries to slow her down. Not big contact, actually. He just loses that front wing. So maybe not a lot of wheel damage there.
Waylon here. He's going to get a great run here down the straightaway. They're both on push to pass. Waylon in defense on push to pass. Brad Aldane on aggression with the push to pass here to turn 1. Oh, we got a little bit of lap traffic in front.
Contact!
Contact is around. Goes Waylon. No. Oh, right there. And then Aldane loses a wing. Unbelievable. 4 laps to go.
We're going to try to get a little bit of draft here by the 62. Swindell not using a push to pass at the moment. And look at Takeshi Kita coming into turn 1. Just closing that gap left and right to the inside. What a move by Kita going into turn 1. He holds on to P4 for now with 2 laps to go in this race.
What an absolute display we saw here tonight by James Pearce. Played the strategy game to absolute perfection. Did it on the 4-stopper. We didn't know if we're going to see that here tonight. Going through turn 9 now, setting up for that final hairpin here. Or this is turn 11, excuse me. Off of turn 12. It is going to be James Pearce making a perfection. An absolute perfection. He is going to win the Rumble Down Under. James Pearce.
James, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
From pole to checkered flag, the one car does it once again here in the Nexus Grand Prix Series. You did it at Sebring, and now you do it at Phillip Island. How does it feel to be able to do that once again?
Pretty cool. Sorry, I was stretching. Yeah, it's pretty good. Trying to learn the car still, and trying to learn the, or relearn the car and relearn the,
the wheel and the base, so kind of like exploratory laps for most of it. So feels good to at least come out with some decent laps and at least not the greatest strategy calls in terms of tire choices, but overall I think it was a good run in terms of laps and pacing and making sure that driving standards on at least my part are pretty good with the tire management.
Yes, absolutely. I do want to talk a little bit about the start of this race, though. We saw Steven Ritters get a very good jump on the start there. He gets ahead of you. So does Jordan Whiting going into turn 1, but you retake that pretty quickly. What was going through your head there? What happened on that start of the race, on that standing start? Because in Sebring, we saw you absolutely spank the field, and then here at Phillip Island, maybe a little bit of troubles.
Yeah, no, I completely forget that new base, new settings, so the clutch buy point was not at all checked at all. So I didn't have a clutch, so I was like, I'm just gonna put it in first and hit the gas pedal on the start because I wasn't gonna risk looping in front of the field. So just said whatever's gonna happen on the start, probably gonna get popped by a couple people who actually are gonna use the clutch and just put it in first, hit the gas when it said green, and kind of knew I was gonna get blown by a little bit, but knew I could recover.
Absolutely, and you did with pit stop strategy, with raw speed, brunt speed, and out here tonight, 60 laps around Phillip Island. You get the dubs. Congratulations on your P1, the checker flag tonight. That's all I got for James here. Jay, what do you got for him?
Yeah, I got kind of a two-part question here for you, James. So we talked to Steven about his strategy coming in, and it sounded like you were just off the ball, like different strategy than everybody else, and he made it work. And he said you really beat him when you were on the primary tires. That's where you had the pace. Was your strategy planned this way? I know you were not giving us a whole lot of info in the qualifying interview, but was this planned?
No, not at all. I ran until the tank was dry, and that's all I did for each one of them. Besides probably, I think the last stop I just came in a little early because I was like, hey, I want a couple more enjoyable laps with the Reds instead of just 2 with the new one. So other than that, it was just full forward and kind of keep going with that. And yeah, the primaries I really should have never take the alternates again. That was a bad idea. Those primaries were pretty fast, going at least in the mid 14s to low 14s for the beginning of the stint. End is kind of the high 14s. So they were probably the fastest tire on the track. So I definitely should have taken those instead because that was probably my best stint in the car in a while. So proud of that one, and yeah, the pace was good on those.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And also one other little question before I ask you who you want to thank, but what makes you so good on the braking? I mean, that was where you were so strong, is on the braking. What, you got any secrets? You gonna share some tips here with everybody else here?
I got a broken hydraulic dampener on my Fanatec pedal.
That's the most James answer right there.
It might be the cheat code because every time I get into a braking zone, it's a different pressure. So maybe it's a mental thing on that then. Every time I get in there, I change the way I brake and I'm modulating it. But yeah, no, a broken hydraulic dampener that changes the stiffness of the pedal every time you touch it is probably a cheat code, I think.
There you go. That was the most James answer right there. I was waiting for that one. But final question here: who do you have to thank for this amazing performance here tonight?
Obviously thank Fanatec for the base and their support through the avenues that they've given me and the teams I've been with. Thank 212, of course, being a good family at the moment to me and at least housing me until I either decide whether I want to go further with this, take this serious, or continue on the casual route again. And I don't know what that decision will be, but and thank you guys as well. You guys do a great job putting the product out there and hosting in the league as well. So it's a great product, and you guys put it on every week, and there's a consistency to it that you guys have nailed. So we're very happy to be a part of what this is.